Subscribe and support the channel.
Okay folks, welcome. Hi. So today I'm going to be going over an add-on I use out of combat, specifically for crafting, and it's called CraftSim. So this is a great add-on. It has a million different uses, and we're going to go over a few things today. So the first one being something called Craft Queue. So it's a really cool tool. So you have all your patron orders, which are great things to do if you want kind of like extra knowledge points and if you're trying to like get artisan acuity. So the first cool button to push is this one here, queue patron orders. So what this does is it uses auctionators data as a base to list all the orders. Now I'm sure you could even go a step further and have it not bother doing ones that are past a certain point. So for example, I don't really want to spend 1,000 gold for that reward. You might want to, and that's fine. So I'm going to take that one off. Cool. And a really important thing to do is make sure you untick allow concentration. So now I know out of all of these exactly which ones I want to make. I don't have to think about it. I don't have to think about what materials to buy. It optimizes that perfectly. So I'm actually going to do the same thing here. So push this button and now it's gone ahead and queued some more for tailoring, and you can see by the symbol. And you can see the rewards as well. I probably shouldn't have closed out of those without seeing what the rewards are. Sometimes the rewards can be actually worth the cost, so they kind of give you some like cool stuff that you can auction. Anyway, so that was instant, just like that. Boom, done. So you go in here and you open up whichever one you want, whichever craft you want. So you get this menu. You can toggle it on and off. And if you've got auctionator, you can go to shopping and you can go boom, create auction list. Now what that's done is it's created the most optimized way to craft those items without your concentration, because I don't want to spend concentration on this. And oh, this is really cool as well. I hate how some bots do this, which kind of actually skews how much you're spending on it. Oop. I've lost my auction house. That's alright. Let's go back and get another one. Cool. So going back to my shopping list, it's still there. And the cool thing is this list here slowly updates. Now I'm sure there's also a feature in here that will probably make this update, but you can see as you buy the items, they disappear off the list. Unfortunately, they don't disappear off this list here in the middle, but that's alright. Like, it's still so easy. I mean, the only thing you could really do, oh, another one of those spots, I hate that, is if you had a one button buys all type thing, but I have no idea if the T's and C's comply for such a feature. But yeah, so you just go through all of this, you're buying everything, and this is how easy it is. This is how simple it is to just do all your patron orders and get all of those artisan acuities and knowledge points without using a single brain cell, because I don't have much to spare. So you go in here and you open this up. So you go to your workbench, click on that, and you can see now I can claim all of these because these are all my leatherworking ones, right? And that's it. You just click next, craft, submit, next, craft, submit. I don't know if I messed that up. It is a little bit glitchy sometimes, but it'll never do something that you don't want it to do. Cool. And sorry, leather. Yeah, and you can just keep doing this. Bop, bop, bop. Maybe I should fast forward this. We'll see. Maybe we're all here to enjoy each other's company. And look, I got a first craft as well. So that's all done. And you can see my mailbox is now getting full from the rewards that you get from that. And again, you go here, and now I can claim all of these. I think I missed one back there, but we'll come back. Just like that. How good is that? And I'll show you some cool other features that this add-on has. Some I will just highlight because I don't use them, and some I'll demonstrate because I do use them. So a really important thing that you have to do for this to price things correctly is have your auctionator do a recent scan. Otherwise you're not, oh that's cool, you're not going to get the right representation of how much money it actually costs to do this. Cool. Claim, craft, submit. Cool. And just like that, look at that. Bop, 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 bop. Insane. Isn't that crazy? Oh, I'm just gonna get a picture of that later. Now, another cool thing that I use for my tank, so my concentration here that I use is for creating armor. So right now I'm actively talking in trade chat, so there is me right there. And I can make kind of R3 pieces. So that's why this character exists, along with enchanting. But if you do this thing called, where is it? Recipe scan. So, for example, my tank, they use their concentration to put items on the auction house rather than trading with people. So to do that, you can do this thing where you go scan recipes, and what it does is it'll look at the cost of everything in the auction house. How much concentration does my character have? Oh, you can actually do one more. And it tells you the costs to cut. I think it's only showing me the ones where I have enough concentration, because I get more gold from some other cuts that aren't showing up in here. You can configure this in a lot of different ways. You can show exactly how you want to do it, and honestly I didn't put a lot of effort into it. I should probably do some research, but look, we're here and we're learning. And yeah, so what you can do then is, say I want to make this, I go shift left click and boom, there it is. And what it'll also do is it will take into account the exact combination of R1, R2, R3 mats required to, yeah, optimize. Basically it optimizes everything for you, and it also tracks the profit that that item is making. And then you could even go as far as saying, I want to make 5 of these and I'll make 10k. And yeah, so you can scan all your items and do that. Another cool thing is, not that I use it, but you have your customer history. It shows kind of your conversation that you've had with whoever for whatever reason. It shows you how much gold you receive from the people that you did crafts for. Yeah, and it just keeps going. There's actually a whole explanations tab to really kind of help you. And yeah, so there's also, let's get into something else. So say you want to craft something and you're trying to figure out what mats you need. So this is a thing called simulation mode. And what it'll do is you can say, okay, all R3 mats, all of this, Let's just do every single thing imaginable. These two things a customer won't ever give you. That's for you to help yourself. And it's saying, okay, cool. So if I crafted this right now, it will come out at R3, and if I use 260, it'll come out at R4, but I want it at R5. What if I put one of these in? Oh, okay. So now it's going to come out at R4, and I need 604 concentration for it to be R5. And this item, for example, adds 20 skill to a recipe, so it allows you to craft it. And so yeah, and if you take this into example, this is something I'm actually skilled to do. So R3 mats, put all of this in there, and you'll see it takes not a lot of concentration for me to make it 636 item level. Yeah, and the other cool thing is there's this thing called, so this is what it'll look like, 636, those stats, and you can link that. You can actually link that to somebody as well. Ooh, what does this person want? Can I make that? No. Yeah, and this thing is actually really cool. So it says negative 7,000 because on the marketplace you can't sell it, so it has no auction history of that item. This, however, you can. So if I simulate saying, okay, cool, I will use all R3 mats and my concentration. This will make it a rank 3. It'll sell at a loss, and your recipe scan feature actually does that for all your items. So if you want to validate or double check, this simulation mode is really cool. And so you can manually simulate things, and you can add them to the craft queue, and the mats that you assign will do it as well. And it'll tell you, look, you're according to this, it's gonna be a profit. There's something weird here, but yeah, that's a lot of the cool things I use. What else? I think that's really it. There's also things like Top Gear, which I haven't touched. I'm assuming that this is if you've got different kind of gear for different things. Yeah, and yeah, this is the cool add-on. So I really hope the recipe scan, the simulation, and the craft queue feature really help somebody out there find a better way to do professions. Thank you for joining me, and hopefully I'll post some mythics later on.
Subscribe and support the channel.